Hello everyone. In today's class we will learn about teaching learning materials. As we know, teaching and learning is an ongoing process, in which teachers try to find out ways to make the teaching process effective and interesting. So here's a PowerPoint presentation on the topic, teaching learning materials. In this presentation, we will learn about the meaning of teaching learning materials, its examples, characteristics of teaching aids, objectives of using teaching aids, and at last types of teaching learning materials. So what is teaching learning materials or teaching aids? The aids, used by the teacher or facilitator in the classroom, to make his teaching more understandable and effectively, are known as the teaching learning materials, or teaching aids. It can be big or small, and can be bought or made easily by both the teacher or students. Teachers should use teaching learning materials in an appropriate way. It not only helps students to enhance their learning, but also make their learning permanent. Before selecting the teaching aids, teachers should first think their practical use, and assess whether the aim of using aids, that is, the purpose of teaching, can be achieved, or not. The aids should be student-oriented, and should be selected systematically, to fulfill the purpose. The next slide is for examples. So, examples of teaching aids include blackboard, map, chart, globe, tape recorder, and flashcards, etc. Teachers should exercise their discretion in the appropriate use of teaching aids. Appropriate teaching aids not only help to enhance pupils' interest in learning, but will also consolidate the knowledge they learned, thus achieving the objective of teaching. Now, let's see the characteristics of teaching aids. Some of the characteristics of teaching aids are given here. The number 1 is, these aids help to understand and comprehend difficult ideas and concepts. Number 2 is, they help to develop interest of the learners and make them curious. Number 3 is, they make learners active participants in the learning process. Number 4 is, they help in retaining the learned material for a long time. Number 5 is, they provide reinforcement for better learning. Also, they develop the perception of the learner towards the content. Now next slide shows us objectives. So, here are some of the objectives of using teaching aids in teaching learning process. Number 1 is, to make learning interesting and long-lasting. Number 2 is, to motivate students to learn by arousing their interest in the subject. Number 3 is, to save time, energy, and burden of the teacher. Number 4 is, to show application of theoretical knowledge. Number 5 is to explain objects that have no physical existence. Also, every student become an active participant in the classroom. Let's move to our last topic, that is types of teaching learning materials. Teaching aids can be classified into 3 types, that is, audio aids, visual aids, and audiovisual aids. The first type is audio aids. So, aids that facilitate learning by using the sense of hearing are known as audio aids. These aids help a teacher, especially in language teaching. For example, radio, tape recorder, audio cassette player, linguaphone, etc. First example is radio. With the help of radio, students can improve comprehension through listening. Also, they can correct their pronunciation drill. Second is tape recorder. By recorder, students can record their voice and can correct their mistake by listening to their voice. It helps the students to correct their speech and can also improve their reading skills. Third is linguaphone. It provides self-study language courses. Students can learn proper speech pattern. The second type is visual aids. So, aids that facilitate learning by using visual organs are known as visual aids. These aids help in the attaining of Bloom's teaching objective, that is, cognitive, affective, and psychomotor. Some examples of visual aids are blackboard, charts, maps, flannel board, flashcards, globe, etc. First example is blackboard. It is used by the teachers and schools for writing on with chalk. The teacher can explain the difficult topic with the help of diagrams and figures on the blackboard. Second is charts. A chart contains a drawing that shows information in a simple way, often using lines and curves. Colorful charts provide interest in learning among the students. Third is maps. It is a diagrammatic representation of an area of land or sea, showing physical features, cities, roads, etc. Fourth is flannel board. It is a board covered with flannel fabric, usually resting on an easel. Fifth is flashcards. It is a card containing a small amount of information, held up for pupils to see, as an aid to learning. The third type is audiovisual aids. So, the aids that engage in both the sense organs and visual organs of the students are known as audiovisual aids. For example, the LCD project, film projector, TV, computer, VCD player, virtual classroom, multimedia, etc. First example is television. It helps the students in understanding concepts, enrich vocabulary and pronunciation by providing some educational programs, quizzes, and news bulletins, etc. Second is the computer. A computer is a device that can be instructed to carry out sequences of arithmetic or logical operations automatically via computer programming. Students can save important topics on a computer for their reference. Third is film strip. It is a common form of still image instructional multimedia. It is a series of sequenced slides on a piece of film covering a large portion of a lesson. Fourth is slide projector. It is a device that is used to view photographic slides using optical and mechanical methods. It contains an electric light bulb, focusing lenses, the reflector and condensing lenses, a holder that holds the slide. So now, let's conclude. It is clear that teaching learning materials are important tools for teaching learning process. It helps the teacher to present the lesson effectively, and students learn and retain the concepts better and for longer duration. Use of teaching aids improves students' critical and analytical thinking. It helps to remove abstract concepts through visual presentation. Therefore, teachers should be well trained through in-service training to maximize the benefits of using these aids. So here, our presentation ends. Today, we have learned about various teaching learning materials and their importance in teaching learning process. Thank you.